I'm very proud of the culture that we have at Amazon. I think of it as a gold standard culture. If you're giving a great customer experience, the only way to do that is with happy people.
Low-key, we all know that the company of Mr. Pinocchio over here is kind of terrible. But why exactly is that the case? In this video, we're gonna answer that question. Let's dive right into it. Now we're gonna start with workers' rights. You might know this just beautiful clip here, and this really encapsulates the whole essence of Amazon.
We are not anti-union, but we are not neutral either.
Not neutral either? Okay, just go on, please.
We do not believe unions are in the best interest of our customers, our shareholders, or most importantly, our associates.
Well, guess what? Unions are not supposed to represent the interests of shareholders. But wait, it gets even better.
If you see warning signs of potential organizing, notify your building HRM and GM site leader immediately.
So, in other words, they order you to snitch on your co-workers. I mean, this is some Dr. Evil shit right there. I guess at least Jeff Bezos looks the part. But in all seriousness, this is something you'd expect to happen in some authoritarian regime. It's even against US law to prevent people from unionizing. Now, if that's not enough for you, there's more to go on. For example, every warehouse worker is constantly under surveillance. We used to think the big problem of the future would be the surveillance by the state. Turns out, it's surveillance by big companies. Amazon just takes this to the next level. Literally every step of a warehouse worker is being traced. If you don't meet your quotas, you get warned and eventually fired. This puts the whole workforce under constant psychological pressure. Because of that, you will be very careful about toilet or other breaks in order not to put your quota in jeopardy.
Aw, you love it!
So we can conclude, if you're working for Amazon, you're going to be treated like a robot and not like a human being. You're gonna have to walk up to 17 miles per day in a warehouse and endure illness and injury rates worse than in the coal industry. And this freaking discount Picard over here is worth almost $200 billion. And that's after he got divorced and had to give half of his money away. Actually, let me just tell you this story real quick, because it's just friggin' hilarious. So, you might remember a couple of years ago, a commentator of the Washington Post was killed in Turkey, and soon it was suspected that the Saudi regime was behind the killing. This because the commentator was really critical of the Saudi leader Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS. After this, the Washington Post ramped up their very critical reporting of the Saudi regime to even higher levels. Around this time, or maybe a bit later, I don't remember all the details, Mr. Bezos, who owns the Washington Post, met up with MBS at some convention or something. There, they exchanged phone numbers and shortly after exchanged some text messages. I think MBS sent kind of a propaganda video to Bezos about some building project or something in Saudi Arabia, and Jeff Bezos shortly looked at it and was like, okay, maybe replied with thumbs up or something. I mean, we all have been there when someone sends us a video and we don't really want to watch the whole thing, so we just give some meaningless answer. Anyways, what actually happened was that the Saudis hacked Bezos' phone with that video and got all his data. Data. And here's the fun part. Amongst this data were some conversations that Bezos had with his mistress, including some dick pics he sent. The theory is that MBS wanted to blackmail Bezos for more positive news coverage of the Washington Post, but Bezos wouldn't budge, so they leaked the information to some news outlet. And of course, after this came out, his wife got divorced and got half the money. But of course, within a year he has made up for those 50 billions and now he's worth even more. Next up on the list of reasons why Amazon is a horrible company, corporate governance issues. From 2016 to 2019, Amazon paid no federal income taxes despite being a very profitable company. Again, as with so many other points I've raised, Amazon is by far not the only company doing this, but they just take it to the next level. For example, Google uses the same tax loopholes as well, but not as brazenly as Amazon. At least they still pay taxes. Furthermore, Amazon has been accused of illegal or at least immoral business practices. According to these accusations, they look at successful products from third parties on their platform and then start offering these products as well. Just cheaper. They don't care that they lose money. The point is to drive the competition out of the market. Then, as soon as this happens, they raise the price. Then, what else is there? Oh yeah, Amazon does an insane amount of lobbying in politics, which is really damaging to the democratic process. Alright, I think these are all the corporate governance issues I noted. Let's go to the conclusion. As you can probably guess from the title of this video, there are many issues with Amazon which have not been resolved. From paying taxes to excessive lobbying to workers' rights. However, in many areas the company has at least made significant efforts to improve, which is more than can be said about many other less known companies. Apple treats many of their workers like absolute garbage, but they use way more contractors than Amazon, that's why you hear much less about it. I have not mentioned the impact of Amazon on the climate, because this is actually a quite complicated topic and would merit its own video. To sum it up, Amazon has still a long way to go. But public pressure works and we should keep it up, on Amazon as well as on other big companies. Like this, we pushed Amazon to increase the minimum wage to $15 per hour, or to a quite big environmental protection program. And that's really important. As Jeff Bezos says,
it's the only good planet in the solar system, and we need to take care of it.